Hi parents and students. I just wanted to film this video for a tutorial for this science activity. So you can use this tutorial in two different ways. Your child can follow along with the video and do the steps as I do them. I do them nice and slowly so that the child can follow along, or you can watch it yourself and then do the activity with your child and lead the activity yourself. It is totally up to you. So this is the activity. It's the folding flower. This one is a little bit complicated, so the grade 1 teachers thought it would be much easier for parents and students if we made a little bit of a video for you to follow along. Okay, so we're gonna start with the tutorial now. Okay, so we're ready to get started. What you need for this activity is scissors, a glue stick, some pencil crayons, this paper. It says needs of a plant at the top, foldable, and April 15th. Again, you don't have to do it on April 15th. That's just the recommended schedule for it. And then also this page here. So once you have all of this stuff, then you're ready to do the activity. Okay, so once you have your supplies ready and you're ready to start the activity, then you can watch this part of the video. So once again, you need scissors, a glue stick, and the flower page, and then the page that has the needs of a plant. So I have provided double the amount by accident, so you can just take the one side and throw it in the recycling. You will only need this side, and you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. So I've already started cutting some out. So I've cut 2 out. Make sure you keep them in a safe place so you don't lose anything. So you're just gonna go around and cut very nice and careful on the boxes so that you don't cut any of the words. Okay, and then my last one here. And you can pause this video at any time if you need some extra time to do one step. So this paper can go in the recycling off to the side. So now I have my 5 little squares. Now, at the end, it's going to look like this. It's going to kind of fold together. So it's important that we put the labels in the right spot. So make sure that you're following along and reading the words so that you can put them in the correct spot. So I've already started with my first one. The first one says air. Plants take in air. It keeps them breathing to stay alive. So make sure that that one is right beside the name petal. So this is the petal, the name is here, and the air square comes here. This is important because otherwise when we do the second side, it's going to get a little confusing. So make sure that you put them in the right order. The next one will be sun. So make sure you look through your papers and find the one that says sun. Sun, it also helps plants make food and keep them green. So that one's the next one. So you'll take your glue stick and you'll stick it right here in the middle of the petal. Make sure that you don't go outside the black lines because then it will get cut. The next one is water. So in the petal right beside sun, it will go water. So water helps the plants make food and food in their leaves. So that one goes beside it. Okay, there we are. Okay, and then now we have 2 left. So the next one right beside water is soil. So I'm going to pick the one that says soil. Soil, it has the vitamins and water that the roots sink in. Okay, so put that. Okay. Okay, and then the last one, space, it gives the plant room to grow into an adult plant. So the plants, when you plant them, they need some space around them to make sure that they grow. Okay, so once I don't really need my glue stick just yet for a little bit, so I'll put it to the side. So once you have all of these glued down, then it's time to cut around the petals. So I'm going to first cut this part off with the labels and put it to the side. So I'll just take this one, put it to the side, keep it in a safe place, and then I'm going to carefully cut around the petals. Make sure you do not cut on these lines. These are for folding. So if you accidentally cut them, then it will ruin the project. So if you still need some time, you can pause the video here. Otherwise, I'm going to cut it. And you're just gonna cut right to the fold line, right to the number 4 here. And you can just follow along with me. Make sure you're cutting nice and slow around the circle. It's going to be a little bit difficult, so make sure you go nice and slow so that you don't cut something you're not supposed to. And again, I'm just cutting here. I'm not cutting into the middle of the flower, just the petals. Okay, so again, this one can go in the recycling off to the side, and now we just have this. So once you have this part done, then we're going to move on to the other side. So if you're not ready to move on because you're not done cutting, pause the video and then unpause it when you're ready to go and you're at this point. Okay, so the next part we're going to do is we need to glue these onto the other side of the petal. So just like you can see with the complete one, in the inside it says air, and then it says why plants need it. And then on the outside of the petal, it says air. So that's why we're going to flip our flower upside down. So the important thing is that this one here is in the middle at the top, and then we're going to work our way around this way. The reason that's important is because we want to make sure that our labels on this side match to the ones inside. So you need to make sure that you're gluing in the same order that I'm doing it. So make sure you follow along step by step. So I've put the flower like this with needs of a plant at the top. It will be upside down, that's okay. And I'm going to start with the word air first. So cut that one out first. Okay, make sure you cut it nice. It's going to be tiny, so make sure you keep it safe. And then I'm going to glue it right away. So I'll take my glue stick and put a little glue and glue it here. And it can go any way, it doesn't matter, just make sure it's in the middle. And it doesn't matter if this one's upside down, it's okay, we're gonna fold it anyway. Okay, the next one we're going to cut is the word sun. So make sure that you leave this one for later and go down to the one that says sun. Because again, we're trying to do it in the order that the petals are inside. So if you flip it a little bit, you'll notice here it says sun, right? So that's why we're doing it in the order. Okay, so put this to the side, and I'm going to glue it and place it on the petal right under air. Sun, okay. Then the next one I want is water. Okay. Again, I'm going to put some glue. Be careful not to get glue all over your flower, just like I did. Okay, then water goes here. And then the next one I'm going to do is soil. So you'll go down to the bottom of your page and cut this one out. Okay. And finally, space. And then this one you need to put in the recycling. You don't need that one anymore. Just keep the word space, put some glue, and stick it here. Okay, now it's time to fold. Make sure you put your glue stick lid on. So we're going to fold this. We are going to flip it this way so that we have the lines to help us fold. You're going to take each petal. It doesn't matter which petal you start with, just start with any petal, and you're going to fold it down into the middle. So it's important that you have cut here all the way to the number, because if not, it's not going to fold. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you cut all the way to the number, but not in the middle, okay? So you're going to take it nicely and fold it into the middle and press your finger down to make it a nice fold. And then you're going to fold it back and turn the flower and fold it, the next one down, again, from the dotted line here. Just nice and gentle and press. And then you can fold it out again. And then the next one. And again, you can pause the video if you need more time to finish this part. You can pause it at any time. Oh, and I didn't fold it very nice, so I'm just going to try that again. Yeah, just be gentle so that you don't bend the paper. Okay, there we go. So once all of it is folded, I can just kind of fold them in on that. And I will fold this one last, and that's how it goes. Now, I'm not going to show the coloring in this video, but your child, or if you're my student and you're watching this, then you can just draw your picture. So you can draw any flower that you would like and put some of the things that the flower needs. So let's review what the flower needs. The flower needs air. So as you can see, this is Miss Singh's drawing. She's also a very nice artist, and she's drawn some air blowing on the flower. So that's showing that the flower needs air to survive, right? Then Miss Singh decided to put a tulip. So this is her really nice tulip here in the middle. That's her flower. And she's shown that the flower needs sun to survive. So she's drawn a sun. So it's important that you draw a sun in the picture. And then also water. So she's drawn some rain droplets to make sure that the flower gets water, because that's what they need to survive. And she's also drawn some nice soil. So those are the different parts that you should have in your picture, but your picture doesn't need to look exactly like this. You can decide what kind of flower you want and all of that, those details. And then when you turn it around, then you are going to draw a picture for each word. So if we look at the first word, space, Miss Singh has drawn some arrows here to show space, right? You can show it in a different way, but this is one idea. Then soil, she's drawn some nice soil, water droplets, sun, and air. Okay, so you can color it any color you want. Just make sure that you don't cover the words and the pictures so that we can see the pictures. So that's the end product, and then you can just fold it really nicely like this, and that'll be the end one. Okay, that's the tutorial, parents and students, if you're watching. This is the final product, and we'll see you in the next video.